It's hot. It's hot. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl TeeSays, and we are back with episode
3.
three.
That's right. This is the TeeSays and Pop show with T, and I'm Pop. What's going on, people? So, I had an idea for a show that I wanted to do. I had a couple of ideas. My kid shot me down. Basically, she wanted to keep up with current events since there's a lot of stuff that just happened to go on within the last few days. Jim Jones losing his mind. Saying that he's a better MC than Nas. The Diddy trial, Fat Joe, getting sued for $20 million, whatever it is. Tyler Perry getting sued for $260 million. Donald Trump bombing Iran. It's a lot of stuff going on. Me, I try to keep it lighthearted. You know what I mean? I wanted to talk about, you know, TV shows, black TV shows that only got one season. I kind of wanted to get into that because there were some great shows that got canceled after one season. I wanted to talk about Busta Rhymes being the anchor of hip hop. Like, there's so many remixes that Busta is on, and he bridges the gap from one generation to the next.
Shoot that idea down.
Well, we ain't doing it.
Yeah, but I didn't shoot. I didn't shoot it down. So
Ah,
let's because shout out to Busta Rhymes because Busta is Busta Bust. Like,
okay, but I'm just saying that those are kind of the ideas that I had in mind to do for episode 3. Now we're still working on episode 2. There's been some issues with editing and things like that. So you may see episode 3 before you see episode 2. Just, keeping it real. Again, we're growing and we're learning, as we go. And we hope you guys, grow with us. Like and subscribe. Tell us what you want to talk about or what, we need to talk about. But getting back to what I was just talking about, yeah, it looks like another one is trying to bite the dust with Tyler Perry and Fat Joe. And the crazy thing about Fat Joe is you got people online, reading transcripts of the information that they got. My man literally trying to kill 50 Cent. Again, when you hear about that, and I remember I heard Whack 100 in the interview talking about, 50 roll with like Navy SEALs type security. That's exactly what they said in the Fat Joe documents, that he rolled with that type of security, so they were scared to try to do something to him. Tyler Perry's being sued by one of his male actors, $260 million. Again, allegedly, he, from what I read, I don't want to, again, downgrade anybody or downrate anybody, but from what I read, it seemed like it was sort of consensual. But again, I wasn't there, so I don't know.
that hurt me the most.
You
He didn't make Thriller, but that hurt me. It did.
and then and matter of fact, we watched Stronger. You watch it?
It did.
Okay. So a friend of mine, Michelle Weldon, shout out Michelle, shout out Disco, Ernie, my boy Gene. Um, I told her I gave it a 3 out of 5. There were some times where for me, like Taraji was just over the top with the acting. You know what I mean? But the twist was crazy. Finding out that the daughter had died actually, she had lost her mind and was talking to herself. That kind of threw me for a loop. So that's why I said a 3 out of 5. I would have gave it a 2.5 out of 5, being honest with you, just from watching it. I'm serious. Just from watching it, some of the overacting, like how y'all make Preach, you know, from Cooley High to villain. You know what I mean? That's Glenn Turman. You know what I'm saying? Played in a Different World, all of those shows. That's my guy. But he was an asshole in the movie. But again, it was a lot of overacting for me. Um, I'll probably watch it again if I don't have anything to do. It's raining. I'll probably watch it again. Being honest,
So my opinion, which I've stated on TikTok, follow me on TikTok at T says.
I
Um
don't have TikTok.
at T says underscore. That's important. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I watched the beginning, right? I actually didn't watch the middle like I said I was gonna watch. I watched the beginning, but to his point, watching like the overacting and just the beating home of the fact that this woman is struggling, I can't take that with Tyler Perry anymore. I just can't take it. I had made a comment about that, and then Aunt Maria had commented and was like, y'all don't understand struggle and real struggle. And I was like, with all due respect, Auntie, like we're going through real struggles right now. Like we are going through some real struggles right now as we speak. Um, I get that women, black women especially, struggle and mental health in the black community is very taboo. I get that. But I'm tired. I'm tired. There's other stories to tell. There's other stories to tell. I'm tired because one of the things that I saw, and this is when I was watching I didn't even know that she like lost her daughter till like I tuned back in at the end that the baby died. I didn't realize that until like the end of the movie. But within the first, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes of me watching the movie, I was like, come on, TP, like, damn, she lost her apartment, her job, and her kid because at that point the kid was taken away by social services. You mean to tell me she lost all of this in one day? Got pulled over by the extreme extra racist cop. It's like, come on, bro. I next time legally find a way to blow your like why does everything have to be so extra and just so much? They're not even like that. They would just kill you and leave it at that. Like it's just so much. It's just so much, and I just feel like he just overdoes it. And it's time for another story. It's time for another trope. It's time. It's time to get some writers in that room. Now, depending on what happens with this, lawsuit and stuff, we may not be seeing him for a while, but it's time to get some writers in the room. Listen, Tyler, let me hold your hand when I say this. It's time for some writers in the room.
I would like to see it.
Please. The black community is begging you. Get some writers.
Delegation needs some writers in the.
Get some writers in that room.
To her
Please.
point, this isn't something new. We've been talking about this. We joke about Daddy's Little Girls and The Family That Prays. We joke about all those movies, about those nonsensical things that happens in those movies. Like I said, I love Tyler Perry. I love what he does for black actors. Black actors,
Black
man.
women.
Black actors. Um, but I love what he does, as far as that goes. But yeah, there needs to be some writers in the room. But again, I look at some movies from the prism of not necessarily reality, because some movies you just want to get away from reality. But yeah, I don't want to spend my day watching it, watching this movie with this lady just struggling, losing her damn mind. I could have been watching something else. Could have watched Sinners again for the fourth time.
I finally saw Sinners. I bought it because, we didn't get to go see it in the movie theater, but I bought it. Yeah, shout out to Ryan Coogler.
Yeah, now Sinners was the bomb.
I
It was
liked
the
it.
bomb.
I
I
loved
mean,
it.
in all honesty, I could have did without, the Coogee sweater at the end and all that at the bar and shit. Could have did without that, but it was cool. I liked the way he did it, so it was cool. I was cool with that, but I was just like, oh, they coming in like Biggie, you know what I'm saying? I expected him to play something, saying something from Big Album. But no, Sinners was a really good movie. I always look forward to Ryan Coogler's movies. Ever since Fruitvale Station, I've always followed him, always loved his movies, always loved what he did, Found It Forever, baby. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know that until recently that he directed that. I never watched Fruitvale Station, and I never wanted to. I don't want to. I know the story. I can't do it. I can't do it to myself because this is not something, and what happened with Fruitvale Station, that is just not something that I ever thought about. And because it's happened so much in my lifetime that even my kids have to do different types of drills and stuff like that. And I may actually have to have a conversation with them because black women are not exempt from getting gunned down by police either. It's tough, but that's the reason why I've never watched Fruitvale Station. I probably never will.
And look, there's nothing wrong with that. We didn't mean to depress anybody. A plane flying overhead, so we apologize if y'all heard that. But we wanted to come outside, sunshine, a breath of fresh air. We had to get out of the murder dungeon.
Yeah.
We may be doing shows here at my house in the backyard, whatever, wherever we got a place, because that's gonna give us the freedom and the time to express ourselves and do what we got to do. Um, but getting back to Tyler Perry and just directors in general, um, I think a lot of directors it's like social media. It's like social media. You go viral for what? for being niggerish,
Yep.
being funny, or seeing somebody get hit by a car or fighting or something like that. So directors, they understand the algorithm. Those are the types of movies that they're going to make based on social media. What gets people in the theaters? What gets people talking?
Gets people
Trauma.
going.
Trauma gets people talking. But trauma and stuff like that gets people talking. So you're going to see those types of movies as long as social media is running our lives the way it is right now. That's just a given, Again, I respect what he does. Hell, I wish I could do that. As far as makeup. I mean, I could if I had the money, but whatever. As far as make a movie, and he follows his vision, he follows his routine. And that goes to, I was talking about like TV shows that only had one season. And again, I've told you guys before, sometimes we're going to get off track, but we're going to get right back to it. Speaking of Tyler Perry and speaking of TV shows that only had one season, there's a show produced by Kenya Burris that came on Netflix. It was called Black AF. It only got one season. I think it was 2021
Watch that.
or 2022. There was an episode. I think it was episode 6 or 7. It might have been 8. Anyway, Tyler Perry is in the episode. Lena Waithe is in the episode.
Shout out to Lena Waithe.
Your girl Issa Rae is in the
Shout
episode.
out to Issa Rae.
The cat that directed Ride Along 1 and 2, he's in it along with Kenya.
Shout out to Kenya Burris.
Rashida Jones is a regular. Nia Long is in the show. So you got some black all stars. You know what I'm saying? It got a lot of black all stars in
Shout
it.
out to Prim.
But definitely. But Tyler Perry in that episode is probably one of the funniest cameos I've ever seen on TV in my life. And he breaks it down what he does, which I definitely appreciate. But to hear him cuss like he does, it is funny as heck.
It's shocking.
So if
It is. It's a little shocking because you just don't think of everybody who thinks of Tyler Perry, they automatically see Madea.
Yeah.
Or they see him as if he is a character in his own movie.
He's a lawyer.
He has
He's
like
Joe smoking weed and farting, but he ain't really cussing.
He's the best looking character in his movies. Because if we always talk about the wigs in like his shows and his movies, he always got the best ones. Because I don't know what's homie name from A Fall from Grace. By the way, I hate that movie.
I didn't watch that.
I hate that movie. That
I
movie.
didn't watch it.
Okay, you watch SVU, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember the episode? I think Heavy D was in this episode. They're talking. I think the dude's name was Prince. Real tall dude. He either used to play football, he used to play basketball. Because every time he's in a TV show, he's always an athlete. But anyway, he was the villain in A Fall from Grace, right? He was the husband, and Ashtray, like you ain't seen that? Oh, it's on Netflix. You gotta watch A Fall from Grace. I hate that movie. Just so that we're clear, I hate that movie. But you gotta see the movie because you gotta check out it's about the wigs in that movie.
Hey, look, it could be worse than Shamar Moore's wig in
That's what I'm saying. You don't understand until you see it.
No, actually, Tyler Perry's wig in A Family That Prays.
It don't, but they don't be bad though. Like Tyler Perry's wigs don't be bad.
That Tyler Perry's afro wig in The Family That Prays was horrendous.
I watched like a clip of it the other day because I think it was on like TV or so, like one of the free which I think it was on. So I watched but we're up at the part in that movie anyway. It was when he was like, yeah, she over there be bouncing on your boss's lap and this is that and the third. It's like,
yeah, I never saw that, man. I've never seen it.
A Fall from Grace is on Netflix.
All right, I'll check it.
So check that out. It's a few years old.
I'll put it on my list and check it out. Fall from Grace. All right.
Y'all listen, chat. Y'all know what that is. Ashtray. Y'all gotta.
I'm laughing because it sounds funny, but I didn't see the shows.
It's hilarious.
I didn't see the shows.
Felicia Rashad is in it. Shout out to Felicia Rashad.
Yeah,
but
love Felicia Rashad.
Yes, we do. We do. But yeah, I love TP. I hate that he is going through what he's going through. I really hope that everything comes out that it's not true. But if it is, he's just no different from really anybody in Hollywood at this point. He's just another one. And that sucks because we don't have many good ones in Hollywood. It sucks.
Gotta take all the brothers down, man.
Yeah, basically.
All of them, man.
So, I'm kind of getting off track and also keeping up because you mentioned the Diddy trial. So I don't know who it is, and I have to find all of the whatchamacallits, but Dylon has been interviewed.
On the Art of Dialogue.
Who?
He's been on the Art of Dialogue.
That's what it was. Did you see it? Did you watch the whole interview? I want to watch it
Yeah.
because Dylon,
Well,
Dylon,
Art.
Dylon.
Who are the 5 greatest rappers?
Because I spit hot fire. Yeah. Yeah. I was just looking at like older clips,
Mhm.
and it's like, no, this Diddy has been a menace for decades. For decades.
I mean, everybody known that.
He needs to be under the jail.
Shout out to Gene Deal. Gene has been exposing this for years. But again, I don't want our show to focus on that, so to speak, because everybody's talking about the same thing. You got podcasters that podcast talking about other podcasts. I don't want to do that.
Stop it. Get some help.
You know what I mean? Exactly. I don't want to do that. So,
playing the dude besides there's another dude, because that's what you sound like. That's what you
but
sound
that's
like.
what it is. That's what it is. Shout out Tropic Thunder, one of my favorite movies. Yeah, I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? We want to keep it fun. We want to keep it uplifting. And I understand y'all say, well, you shitting on Tyler Perry, that ain't uplifting. Well, again, it's still funny. So, you know what I mean? It can't be big. But no, we try to keep it lighthearted. Like I said, we're gonna discuss Black culture. We're gonna discuss culture, hip hop. Um, you know, T wanted to talk about rap beefs. I was gonna let her know about songs that were dissing people that people didn't even know about, that they were getting dissed on these songs.
But there's a lot of songs that I didn't realize were actual diss records to other people.
Listen to Doing It by Common.
Okay.
When you listen to Common and Doing It, he was dissing Jay-Z because of that line Jay said on, I can't think of the damn song right now, where Jay was like, I've been rhyming like common sense. I sold 4 mil, I ain't rhyme like common sense. And I think Common took that as a diss because on Doing It, he's roasting somebody, and he started talking about a Bentley, and he even says on the song, 10 years ago, you had a high top trying to be like Kane. And everybody knows Jay came up with Kane at that time. Peter Guns and Lord Tariq, they got one of the dopest hip hop albums ever. It got, trash because they didn't get the clearance for the Steely Dan sample. But on Cross Bronx Expressway, it's Peter Guns, Lord Tariq, Peter Guns, Fat Joe, and Big Pun. Peter Guns on his verse is dissing Diddy. And he was on Bag Fuel, got our Bag Fuel. He was on Bag Fuel talking about how he was dissing Diddy because Diddy was trying to use the same Steely Dan beat and was going to pay. And this is how stuff is kind of shady. So Steely Dan was going to approve Diddy to use the beat because they knew they were going to get paid. Once Lord Tariq and Peter Guns, Uptown Baby started blowing up, Diddy tried to get people to stop playing the record. He called Flex and told him to stop playing the record. Flex was like, I can't. It became a street anthem and it just blew up. So Diddy called Steely Dan, was like, yeah, I'm not going to use the sample now. So they got mad because they weren't going to get paid. So they basically took all of the publishing from Lord Tariq and Peter Guns. That's why they never made a second album, because of that. So on that record, he's dissing Diddy. If you listen to his verse, he said, I got beef with this nigga, run around his switches. You know what I'm saying? Telling you can't play this, you gotta play that. He's talking about Diddy, and he literally says that. He said he reached out to Flex the whole 9. So it's a lot of songs that we don't know. People are dissing people. It's just crazy. And one day we'll dig deep. Now this episode is kind of really just getting reacquainted with y'all, because the first episode, like I said, we were in the murder basement. It looked crazy.
Yeah, it looked wild.
Right now we might look a little too light, but at least y'all can see me now. Before it's like I was hiding in the corner. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, this episode was really just to get reacquainted with y'all and let y'all know what's to come. So like I said, we're gonna be discussing current events, current issues. We're not gonna stay on that, because that's not what I want to do. I want to be uplifting.
Side note, y'all let me know in the comments if it's true. They're talking about their sleeper cells in Charlotte. So, we might be one of the places that Iran bombs. I'm just saying.
Y'all gotta stay on TikTok. y'all gotta stay on TikTok. For real, y'all. Y'all gotta stay on TikTok. Y'all.
But no, I do live near the airport. Okay. there's a lot of stuff that be going on.
There was a plane flying overhead, so that's why I stopped talking because the plane was flying. I didn't know if y'all were going to be able to hear it or not. But yeah, just to say, this is more of a reacquaintance, a reintroduction. You know how Jay said, "Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is."
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Get it?
I'm corny.
Yes,
Okay.
you are Cordy.
All right.
But again, that's what this episode is about. Kind of just reintroducing you guys to us. Let you know we're gonna be doing episodes every week. We're dropping an episode. Occasionally, we're gonna go live. Once we get better at this, we'll be going live, talking about whatever. Ask you guys what like I said, what you guys want us to talk about. You ask us questions. We'll in the future we put up our Cash App, Super Chat, all that. Once we build it up. But again, we want you guys like the content, subscribe. We can only get better as y'all help us get better. That's how we're gonna try to do it going forward. All
All right,
right.
so let's talk about Jimothy Jones, as I call him.
Oh,
Jimothy Jones.
Jiminy, Bummy Jimmy.
Yeah, who looked like he after he get his hair braided, he starts brushing his hair through. Yeah,
But I get it.
Jimothy Jones.
If you're an MC, you're supposed to think you're the best. That's just how it is. If you don't have that confidence, then you don't need to be an MC if you don't feel you're the best. Now,
True.
now, you know you ain't better than nothing. You know that. But again, like I said, he understands social media. He understands he can say this, he's gonna go viral. And he's gonna be able to do business off of that.
He gotta do something.
I'm just saying, them cats from Harlem, they hustle. You know what I'm saying? They know how to do it.
He got to make his money somehow. And you know what's funny? As I was watching just the little bits and pieces of it that I saw, and then watching the back and forth between him and Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, Uncle's getting at him.
Yeah, he was, but he should have, because what he need me to go hot. Jimothy, let's relax, okay? All we can remember from you as far as your catalog is balling and Arab money. That's it.
He got
What I want to know the last time you hopped in the car and threw on some Jim Jones.
I've never hopped in the car
Okay,
from
then.
Jim Jones. That might have came on the radio.
100,000 people like Jim Jones. Okay, you know how many people like Nas? You know how many people like that? Good 20 million, maybe more. Good 20 million folks like Nas.
Unc told him, don't nobody in set think you better than Nas.
And they don't.
That was hilarious.
That was hilarious. Because my whole thing is you sitting next to the dude to whom you lost in the verses. But you think you better than somebody? All right. Jimothy.
Classic hip hop that versus was.
It was.
Classic.
Yeah,
Classic.
it was a moment in time. We still relive that moment.
Oh yeah.
We still relive that moment.
We play it at least twice a week. You know what I'm saying? Just to get me through.
We relive that moment. Jimothy, get in the booth, son. Get in the booth.
No, you don't need to get in the booth, man.
If you're gonna do all this rah-rah, get in the booth.
Just let that go.
Get in the booth. But on top of that, you're 50, my guy. It's time to do something different. Anything.
Why?
Because he's 50. That's why.
I get that, but why? So why is it that our culture, hip hop, always wants to put the greats out to pasture when they hit a certain age?
When who said he was the great?
I'm just saying in general, why just because somebody turned 50, they can't still rhyme and like they can't still.
Didn't I just say for him to get in the booth? And you just said don't get in the booth?
Some don't get in the booth because you whack. But when you said do something, but you said do something different. Like because people always say, oh, maybe because you said he's 50. So he was 45, he could still, say, go out there and get on stage.
Nas is 48, still making music.
Nas is 48.
Yeah, Nas is up there. No, actually,
Nas is older than Jim Jones.
Yes, he is. You're right. I got it. I think Jim is almost. I think Jim is 48. And Nas is 50. Okay, yeah. So Nas is still making music. He's still touring, whatever it is that he's doing, but he's still making it. He's still dropping albums. I've listened to a couple of the newer albums and all of that. Now, granted, I haven't been the biggest Nas fan in life, but he still makes music, and that's cool. And he's good at it. He's good at making music. Jimothy, you about to be 50, and all you good at is telling lies, blatant lies, Because when you talking about you talking about numbers, my guy, where do you have more Billboard charting songs than Nas? Like where no, you Jimothy needs to do something different.
Not Jimmy.
Jimothy needs to do something different because he 50 and you still you doing beefs and controversial interviews. Like you're too old for the nonsense. If you feel that way and you are the best and this is that and the third, you're not even better than Fat Joe. Like let's be real clear.
But that again, that's the algorithm. That's what gets views, causing beef, causing drama, saying outlandish nonsense.
Yeah, and
That's what this.
you're too old for that. That's when you're too old for to say stuff just because it's gonna, make you go viral and whatever. Like you can say things that actually mean something and still go viral. But we all like Jim knows the status of his career. He knows what's going on and he knows what he's doing, and that's why he does it. Do something different though. Do something different. We can't stand for liars.
That's right.
Can't stand for liars.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Jimothy, get in the booth if you're gonna do all that. Get in the booth.
That's all I should to say about that.
Yeah, like Tom Hanks in this piece.
All right, Forrest Gump.
That's not a black movie, but anyway.
It's a classic.
So what else is going on?
Nothing, man. Your president about to get us in a war. Other than that, nothing, man. Just the usual.
Well, I just meant in black culture.
Hey,
That
that's
guy.
gonna be black culture regardless. Because they start drafting people. You know who they drafting first?
Yeah,
The same DEI people they trying to get rid of. So,
ain't nobody going.
you know,
Ain't nobody going. Because this man is literally just starting stuff just because, and he not even built like that. That's the crazy. He just not built like that. But anyway, he ain't about it. He is not about it.
he need about it.
Nah, he not. As far as like the Diddy trial, like I've kept up with some of it, but I do know that it's wrapping up. Shout out to Cassie and for everyone that has suffered at his hands. Um, just know that we know your story. We know what we're supposed to know from your story. Keep talking about it. Bring awareness to it because people like him. There are still people like him around, and they need to be brought down. So those are my thoughts on that. What else happened? The BET Awards happened. I missed it. I'm sad.
You didn't miss anything.
You watched it?
I watched some of it. I watched Kevin Hart. Kev was actually kind of corny.
I stopped liking Kev after like the
Watch,
third stand up.
I watched some of it, but I wasn't.
Shout out to Glorilla though. She did get her first BET win. I'm kind of upset that it was a gospel song because
Yeah, that
she deserved, if she was gonna get a BET award, she absolutely should have gotten it for any of her other songs. I listen to Glow faithfully actually. I like her. I just like her come up. I like her story. And yeah, I was kind of like, why are we unserious as a people? Like we are truly unserious as a people. But shout out to Big Glow. Gloria, hallelujah. I hear you, girl.
word.
Keep doing your thing.
Keep doing your thing. All of y'all, keep doing your thing. Whether it's whack or not, if you're getting paid off it, keep doing it. That's what it is. Name of the game is going viral for whatever reason. Just saying. I apologize for it. My phone is overheating. It's burning my leg, and I keep getting text messages. I'm trying to answer. But again, so again, we're gonna cut this video now. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to keep them short and sweet for y'all. It's hot out here. We got this little fan on us. You know what I'm saying? It's doing the job. It's doing the job. I gotta admit. But like I said, y'all like and subscribe. We love y'all. Trying to build it up, build this channel up, do what we got to do to bring it to y'all, uncut raw.
Till next time.